bite-sized kickback. Our new kind of segment we're doing where we're just kind of on the spot going live, and we're going on our thoughts for we're reviewing Turning Red, the new Pixar movie that came out on Disney Plus. And it's me, Amir.
I'm Alvan.
And Omid. What's up, guys? Yeah, so the movie came out maybe was it a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago?
I think 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so we're a little late on it, but we still wanted to make sure we made time to kind of go into to review Turning Red, because me personally, I thought it was probably one of the best Pixar movies that have came out in the past couple of years.
Yeah, I think even though we're late, we wanted to just because I think the movie deserves to be talked about.
Because it didn't get to go to theaters.
Yeah, it got dumped straight on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Like the past 3 Pixar movies for some reason.
Yeah, because Soul did, this did, and Luca did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like Turning Red is on a completely different level of quality. Because I think Luca was good, but that felt like a Disney Plus kind of original. Like it was Pixar, but I don't think it was like on the level of Pixar Pixar quality. And I think Soul was really good, but I think my biggest issue with Soul is that it kind of at the end of the second half when he becomes a cat, it felt like it kind of betrayed what it was set out to do in the beginning. Yeah. But I think Turning Red is an amazing kind of metaphor for essentially someone going through puberty becoming an adult. Yeah. And I think just a very accurate representation of just Asian American in America.
Yeah, I kind of forgot what was the story again? Because can you kind of just give us a quick summary for it?
Yeah, so it takes place, I think it was in San Francisco or something.
Toronto, Canada, in 2002.
Canada. Yeah, okay, so it's
this guy.
You got it. So yeah, you can kind of break it down that story.
Yeah, so the main character is Maylin Lee. She's 13 years old. She can do whatever she wants, whenever she wants, 24/7, 365. And so she is like this perfect, ideal daughter to her mom, right? But the thing is, her favorite band, Four Town, they're coming to Toronto, and she really wants to go with her friends.
Yeah.
But her mom just thinks these boys are just all trouble. Yeah. May has to be this perfect little girl, so
she can't possibly have urges.
Exactly. Yeah. One night, she turned into a giant red panda, right? And from there, this story just unfolds, and it turns from like this. It becomes a coming of age story, and it's actually really interesting how they take this fantastical element and kind of like make it very relatable to not only like Asian Americans like myself, but also like you guys.
Yeah, I actually, I thought it was super relatable, and I loved the movie, and like you said, the whole idea of like, female having urges. I feel like that's just so refreshing to see that, where it's like, it's always like only guys have urges. No, it's like girls do too. So I remember there was a scene where all the girls were just like looking at one guy in the convenience store, and it was like, I think, was that the same scene? That wasn't the same scene as the that was really good. That was so good. I was like, I think, and I liked it a lot. I don't know if you guys, have you guys seen kind of like the negative criticism hitting this movie? I didn't like when they're saying like, you can't relate because it's an Asian girl. It's like, no. It makes it just more. I think you need more representation. It's
also. They made movies about toys, bro.
Yeah, Toy Story. Literally. It's like, we just saw a movie with a bat. The guy dressed as a bat, and people are still relating to him. It's like,
he's exactly like me.
Yeah,
it's like, bro,
really, bro.
So I think the movie, like I said earlier, I think it stays true to what its message was in the beginning and even into the end. And like you said, I think anyone of any age can really enjoy it. You don't have to be just a girl to enjoy it. Yeah, because it's essentially just anyone that's kind of age, kind of learning. Taking those next steps into becoming like an adult. Yeah. And there are a lot of funny moments. I don't remember the director's name. Was it like Domi Shi, right? Domi Shi. We saw like the documentary they had with her. And
I did too.
She's awesome.
Yeah, she's dope. Yeah.
So I really liked the movie, and so it just felt very authentic. Even though like I'm not Asian American or like Middle Eastern, but it just felt like very refreshing to essentially see just a different culture being shown. Yeah. So I loved it. I think the turning, like the panda stuff, I was worried. It's like, oh man, it's gonna be like a dumb kids movie. Yeah. But it was actually a lot of fun, and there was actually really funny moments, and I really liked a lot of the characters.
I liked how the end just kind of turned into a kaiju fight.
Really?
That's pretty much it. It's a kaiju fight in the concert. Like it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's got everything you want. You got the badass action, you got the emotion. It's like, it was really good. Yeah. Like I think also I would say the best characters are it's Maylin Lee,
yeah.
And also the mom. I thought the mom was really good.
Incredible.
She was so like overbearing, like
Yeah.
like she just if she saw like a boy, she
Protect-
put all the blame on the boy rather than say, oh no,
Yeah.
Mei-Ling might actually like this guy.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
very relatable for like I think a parent. Like, oh,
Yeah.
they're always there's nothing. My child can never have done anything wrong.
Yeah.
They're innocent. They're pure.
Yeah, it's like, how dare you corrupt my child?
Yeah.
How dare you be that?
Yeah, it's
right?
crazy.
So
Yeah.
Especially the scene with the friends. That was a really good scene.
when she wouldn't stand up for them,
Yeah,
that
like,
was
dude,
like,
you
damn.
piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's real. It's
Yeah.
real. It happens.
Yeah, she just went up to the Miriam. She's like, "Nah, you suck. Like, you make my daughter like this."
That's
And then her
crazy.
daughter didn't say anything. But I liked how, like, another element that I liked was just the bully Tyler.
Yeah.
He just became a friend.
Yeah,
That was really.
they redeemed. Like, not that he was wrong. It was like, oh,
Yeah.
he was a rival, and then at the end they accepted him, and it's like, no, he's part of the squad now.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's very important for like young kids to see. You can be friends with.
Girls.
Yeah, you don't have to be friends with just the people of the same gender, sex,
Yeah.
right? You can
Be friends and not have it be anything romantic. It's like
Yeah.
they all come together because they like the same band.
exactly, and I think that's very important to see.
Yeah.
And also just, I think the representation in this movie, like having it set in Toronto in 2002, is
Very
very
interesting.
very specific.
Yeah, very interesting.
Only a certain like number of people would really truly get that. But I think
is it Domi she?
Domi, she grew up in Toronto.
Oh, yeah, so she grew up in Canada. That's
Yeah.
right.
But I also liked the message of like generational trauma
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's kind of like passed down.
Oh, I love that scene.
And
with the-
Kanto kind of did that a little bit too.
Exactly. I was
So-
about to mention that.
Yeah, they're like the idea, like kind of bringing baggage on to the next generation, and,
Yeah.
and to I guess not essentially do that and to have a healthy relationship with the next your offspring or your next generation.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because talking about that, that was one. I thought one of the best scenes was I forgot what the mom's name was, but it's when they were having their kaiju fight,
Yeah.
and then you see that Mei-Ling is in like that dream world where she sees the mom actually crying as a little girl.
Yeah.
And she like holds her hand and walks her through.
Yeah.
I thought that was such a good scene. Like, it's just
So sad.
I would put it as like for sure like a top tier
Yeah.
Pixar movie, and it's just such a shame that it didn't get to go to theaters. Like,
I would have loved to see this.
Yeah.
Same.
Especially when she's hopping on the roof and then trying to go to the concert and then like the moon's behind her.
yeah.
Yeah.
All of that would have
So
been.
I think one thing I was worried about, like not that this is an issue,
Mhm.
but when the beginning kind of really just starts, it really just
Yeah.
throws you in, and like they had a really cool intro scene with Mei-Ling, and you kind of really seeing like, oh, she's a overachiever, or she's the best in school,
Mhm.
and I was worried, like I was like, damn, they just had like the panda, it was like a whole action scene. I was like, oh, I guess it's just gonna be like a kids movie, but I think I had to like reiterate like how enjoyable it was, because like there are Pixar movies like Cars like 2 or where it's like, oh, this is mainly geared towards children. I'm actually curious, maybe is this geared more towards adults, or what do you
I
guys
think it's like not geared more towards one or the other. I think
Yeah.
it's set to anyone can watch it.
Yeah, I think that's the charm of Pixar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just really refreshing, like how enjoyable it was. Because I guess would this be in either of you guys like top 5?
Definitely top 5. I still think I know my number one favorite Pixar movie is very like unconventional.
What is it?
It's Coco.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
wow.
Good. Owen actually said that was one of his favorites too.
Coco is
Coco's
my
good.
number one. I
Wow.
remember watching it, and I'm not Hispanic or anything, but I did feel some emotion, like especially at the end when she's
It is
looking at
good.
the picture and she's singing the song. I was like, dang, that really hits.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know for me, Turning Red's for sure in the top 10.
Yeah.
I think just picking a top 5 is hard because I think
There's so
for
many
me,
good
I
ones.
have to include Toy Story 2 and I have to include Toy Story 3.
Incredibles.
So that makes it just makes it
Incredibles,
hard.
I don't know. Incredibles is
Really?
good, but I feel like it might have been the second one. That one really soured me on just the franchise. Like, dude, this is so overrated.
Dang.
Also, could just be superhero fatigue. So now
Yeah.
that we've seen so many, it doesn't feel as special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that could be it. But it's still good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like you said, Toy Story 2 and 3.
Yeah,
are
they
so
have
good.
to be in there. And also, I know some people also sour on Toy Story 4, but I actually really like Toy Story 4. It was just cool to see Woody have an ending that he was
Very different
He
than-
put himself
yeah.
first for once,
Mhm.
and that was awesome. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Alright, so I guess, are you guys excited for Lightyear?
Oh.
No. I might be in the minority, but I think, I don't know, maybe you guys are.
I
But-
haven't
I don't know
really.
it either.
I haven't really seen the trailer, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like that one, that feels like run of the mill Pixar sequel, and I don't know what the message. Maybe the message is
Yeah.
really good, but I think the reason why Turning Red was the original characters, which is like, oh, that's what Pixar does. Like they don't. Before they didn't really do sequels. Like, I think people forget that they essentially did one and it's like, right, no idea, next one.
Yeah.
And now they're in the sequel phase of a lot of these movies. So I'm not too excited because I mean, Chris Evans is a really cool actor, but it's like it's just gonna be essentially Captain America.
Yeah, that's what this feels like. It feels like, from what I've seen in the trailer, it looks like it's just gonna be like an MCU movie, but essentially watered down because they can't get away with like a PG-13.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope it has like a lot to say, but obviously Turning Red I think is gonna be a much deeper movie.
Yeah, Turning Red was good. So wait, did we give our scores yet?
No.
So you want to start? What was your score?
I would give it like honestly a 9. I would give it a 9. I think I'm happy to say I give it a 9.
I give it an 8.
I think it's really good. I would give it like an 8.5. I really wish it was in theaters.
Yeah.
Because I think from what I've seen on Twitter, it seems like a lot of people are really loving this movie.
Yeah.
So I was like,
It's
damn,
like
if you just gave it a chance.
It's one of the funniest Pixar movies
Yeah.
I felt. I laughed so many times. And I think another thing that I wanted to like talk about or bring up, I guess, so you can kind of tell like this new era of Pixar is very different than like the old era, like the John Lasseter era.
Yeah, with like
Brad
clear-cut
Bird.
villains and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I liked how even with the Disney animation stuff, there's not really a villain, but there's like problems or like like people who have different ideologies. And I think the reason why I'm kind of enjoying these types of things, like especially with Luca, there was not really any conflict in Luca. It was just boys having fun, trying to win.
I actually enjoyed Luca because I know people hated on it, but I actually enjoyed it.
It was good.
That's the narrative is that it's not good.
Yeah, people are like, oh, I think it was also because that was like the
basic.
first Disney. It was the first Disney Plus Pixar movie.
Yeah, it is a little slow. Yeah, I still liked it. I think there was some.
It felt like a slice of life. I really liked the girl. I thought she was really a really good character because like she was like just so talkative and she took charge and I was like, all right, that's really cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
What I'm trying to, I guess, get at is I think now the era of the Pixar movies that we're seeing is coming from creators who grew up with Pixar.
It's not the same idea of the Lasseter Empire.
They're interpreting Pixar when they were a kid.
Yeah, how Pixar meant, what Pixar meant to them as a younger kid, right?
Which I think is good because it felt like
fresh.
Maybe the first ones, even though obviously
fresh is exactly the word that I would
like
use.
even like Toy Story 2 and Toy Story, those like god tier movies. But I think now it seems like hopefully Pixar is giving when the filmmaker comes in, they're like, make your movie. Yeah. We won't really do much, just make a good movie, make us money.
That's what I wish Soul felt like because I think there's so many good themes that they tackled in Soul, but I think it's so hard to tackle essentially the idea of like death and like afterlife, but. I wish Soul essentially felt like it was able to be the movie that they I think initially wanted it to be. They wanted to be more on jazz, like the whole thing with the cat. It's like, oh, okay, this is the Pixar like kids cartoon, rather than it being like top quality stuff. Yeah. But overall, Turning Red I thought was really good. And if you haven't seen it yet, I really recommend it. It's free on Disney Plus. It's not like Mulan where you have to pay like $30 plus having the membership. I think it's easily worth the watch. It's like. Maybe even like 2 hours or like even less.
It's like an hour 40 minutes.
Yeah, wow, shit, yeah. So it's easy watch.
90 minutes without credits. Yeah. But I guess one more thing, before we end this video. Do you guys really see, like, I don't really see this getting too much attention after it coming out, right? Like with Encanto, it's still getting Oscar buzz.
Yeah, because of the music.
Yeah, I feel like
I think that's a theater thing. The theater thing.
But then Encanto got big off.
Encanto came out on Disney Plus, and it got.
And see with Encanto,
I don't know if anyone talks about it anymore.
No, that's true.
Like Encanto, I'm guessing is like best picture or best song,
best animated feature. But Soul won best animated feature.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I would argue that I think, which is interesting. Encanto, I'm pretty sure went to theaters, but then it went on Disney Plus. But it got big off Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think not to be like a hater, but I would think that movie I think is really overrated. That when compared to Turning Red, if it comes down to I think quality, I think Turning Red will stand the test of time as a movie. But I think
Encanto's good though.
I think maybe this is like a pessimistic view on it, but I think just because it's an Asian American lead, less people are gonna give it a chance.
That's true. and also a female lead, and it's
But it's Marty Bell.
yeah, but I think the idea like oh, so it's her going through puberty. Like I don't think it's there are like some families or parents that don't like oh I don't want them to know about this yet, even though it's like very subtle.
Yeah.
At times, but
I would say I think it's unfortunate. Just from what I've seen on Twitter,
Yeah.
a lot of people are writing this movie off because like oh it's just a Asian girl, so I can't relate to it, so I'm not gonna watch it. I'm like, man, if you just like give it a chance, you're gonna see how good a movie it is.
Yeah.
So do you think it's gonna get love at the Oscars next year?
I wish it would, but I can't see it having any staying power because they did dump it on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
But I do think that the message is
so good because
it's really good.
if you guys don't know, it was the director that did Bao. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
She did Bao,
Yeah.
which is the little dumpling short, which I think was from maybe Toy Story 4.
Incredibles 2.
Incredibles 2.
Yeah.
The best thing to come out of that movie.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
So she did Bao, which is an amazing short film with the mom who said he was raising the dumpling and it was like a metaphor for her son. So
Yeah.
even if this movie doesn't get maybe as much praise or attention on it, I think the director is going to be for sure
Remembered,
and she's going to be doing a project in like maybe a year or so.
Yeah, I want to see more from Domishi.
Yeah,
I agree. I think I just the last thing I'll say is I was telling her how refreshing it is just to get like Asian American voices
Representation.
doing stuff because I liked it. I'm just getting so bored of seeing the same stuff on movies and TV that it was really cool to see Asian Americans.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so this is our quick.
Wait, one more thing. No, okay.
This is our quick bite-sized kickback. So we're gonna try to do more stuff on Instagram. Getting we would love to get more engagement. Let us know another review you'd want to see on our bite-sized kickback. But do you have anything else?
I would say we try to keep our engagement high. Like we're gonna go back into doing those we'll want to fight about it. And if you're interested in appearing on the videos, just shoot us a DM on Instagram. We see what we can do. Maybe have you remote or like just do it through a camera. Just trying.
I'd love to have you on. We're building a community here and just having fun at the end of the day.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Is it me, Amir?
I'm Alvan.
And Omid.
Thanks for watching, guys.
See ya.
Peace.